Hey guys, what's up? This is Armando with Scale Up Auto Repair Marketing. And in today's video, I want to quickly walk you through a real website project that we recently worked on and show you the before and after transformations. This will give you a clear idea on how we approach website design and why these changes matter for generating leads, right? Step one, we're going to actually go through the pain, right? Now, before we do that, I want to set the tone here, right? Most auto repair shops either don't have a website or they have a website that's broken. And that's a problem because most visitors don't actually choose the first listing that they see. They actually have to go to the website. They want to look at the website. They want to look at the images, right? They want to look at the video. They want to look at the the services so they can feel comfortable and that they can trust, right? Trust the actual shop. If that's a problem, they're going to just click the back button and call the next a local shop that actually has a website, because the Google Business Listing is important, but there's a lot more to actually generating trust and belief so that they actually call through, right? That's what the website does. It helps convert traffic into phone calls, right? So we're going to start with the original website, right? How it looks, right? You can see that it's built on a Wix site. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it's just very generic. It at a glance, there's a lot of few common mistakes here. The design feels outdated. The messaging isn't very clear. There's no strong call to action telling visitors what to do. On mobile, the experience is even more crappier, cramped, and hard to use. And I won't put you through that. I already did that for you. So when someone lands on the site, it's harder for them to trust the business, harder to find the right information, and ultimately harder for them to convert into a call or a form submission, right? So that's the issue for sure, right? From that perspective. Now the reveal. Boom, right? This is much better, right? You can feel it that there's a much more trusted brand here, right? Right away, you notice the difference, right? The design is clean and modern. The value proposition is clear as soon as the page loads. The site is mobile first for mobile indexing, ranking in Google, right? Getting indexed to be able to show up in search results. It's so easy to navigate on any device. Load times are faster. The messaging is simplified, and there are clear call to actions throughout the site, right? Which is very important, right? We also added trust signals, right? And structure the content so that visitors know who this business helps, right? What problems they solve and how to take the next step, right? Which is very important, right? This creates a much smoother experience for both the users and, last but not least, the search engines, right? Very, very important, right? So as you can tell, when you make changes like this, the impact goes beyond just design, right? The site becomes easier to trust. It becomes easier for customers to contact the business, right? And it becomes easier to convert traffic into real leads. Also, this site is also built with search visibility and long-term growth in mind, setting the foundation, right? So the website can support SEO, ads, and of course, future marketing efforts, right? And so now, with that being said, when we think of all the effort that we go into building websites and then optimizing our Google Business Listing, I'll show you some examples of this site already generating leads. You can see here, not too long ago, September, just by adding the website, adding it to the Google Business Listing, helped the listing rank better in search, and it also got more phone calls. But what's interesting is that there's, again, clients go to your website, they'll call. But for those who want to just schedule an appointment, we built the sites to where they can actually put their details in and then ultimately schedule the time that they want to have the service done, right? So in this case, I just needed wheel alignment. I agreed to be contacted about my request, right? And so boom. And then we had another one that came through. Boom, right over the holidays, not too long ago, right? Again, just people who are just found they typed in the keyword that brought them to the Google listing. They went to the website and they felt so comfortable. They went ahead and just submitted and booked their service. And you can see here that they got their names. We captured the model, the make, the service that they wanted, the preferred date, right? And of course, the time that they were looking at, the service that they want. And of course, I agreed to be contacted about my request, right? So this is a very big deal, right? So we build websites that rank in the search engines, but also most importantly, they're designed to convert traffic into phone calls and form submissions, right? So if your website looks more like the first version than the second, that's usually a sign that is causing you leads, right? For sure. So if this feels familiar, the next step is simple. You can just reply directly to this email, right, and let me know what you'd like that you'd like to walk through your website, or you can give me a call and we can schedule next steps, right? I'm more than happy to walk you through what changes and recommendations that we feel can be the biggest impact for your business, right? So again, my name is Armando. I'm with Scale Up Auto Repair, and I look forward to talking to you soon.